Hey people, hope you guys doing great. In today's video we will see, what if Naruto got neglected and became the Crimson Dragon, Part 2. Huge shout out to Soul23 for this story. If you end up liking this video, please consider subscribe and like the video. So let's start the story. Alright, a few more touches. Naruto muttered as he was working on the D-wheel in the garage. He activates the engine and system of the D-wheel. He waited for a few seconds, then the D-wheel activated, which brought a smile on Naruto's face. Alright, it worked. The system is running well, the engine is good, energy is stable. Naruto muttered as he analyzed everything, trying to find anything wrong with it. But found nothing wrong with it now. That made Naruto sigh in relief. Good, at least everything is working fine now, Naruto said with a smile on his face. Now all I need to do is test baby on the field and we are good to go. Naruto looks at the clock and noticed that it was already late. He decided to finish his work and head back to the dorm. 2 hours later, Naruto finally returns back at the dorm and arrived at the room. When finally arrived at the room, he saw that everyone was asleep. He let out a sigh and decided to get some shut-eye. Dreamscape. Naruto found himself floating in an unknown area that was only filled with stars and cosmos. Why am I here? What the heck is going on? Naruto asked as he was completely confused. Then suddenly he heard a powerful roar. He turns around and saw a dragon that has long body and was pure crimson energy. Naruto's eyes widen in shock as he recognized that dragon. The Crimson Dragon, Naruto said in shock at the sight of the dragon. The dragon let out a roar and looks at Naruto. Naruto Yuki, the time is almost near. The darkness is rising and the world is about to be gone to nothingness. Only you would be able to stop it. The Crimson Dragon spoke to Naruto, and this causes the blonde to eyes widen in shock. The prophecy is about to begin. Be prepared, my chosen warrior, the dragon said before giving one last roar and turned into a blinding light that made Naruto look away. Back to reality. Naruto's eyes suddenly opened and he gasped before he sat up from his bed. He looks around and saw that everyone was still asleep and it was still night time. Naruto placed his palm on his head as he tries to remember what just happened. What the heck was that? What does the Crimson Dragon mean? Naruto asked himself as he continues to think about it. Then suddenly a glow on his chest. He saw a symbol that looks like the picture of the Crimson Dragon. Naruto's eyes widen as he saw this and touches the mark and felt that it was real. This mark, it's the Crimson Dragon mark, Naruto said in whisper tone. Naruto looks at Mark again and thought one thing. I have the feeling that things are about to get bad. He doesn't know how right he was. Next day. Yo bro! Is the D-wheel about to finish yet? Jaden asked in an excited tone. The 4 Slifers are currently in the classroom, but class was not starting yet. Not yet, Jaden. I still to test run it to make sure that everything will go smoothly, Naruto explained to Jaden and pulls out a tablet and shows the design of the D-wheel. Man, I'm sure that it will be exciting to watch once it's done, Syra said happily with Chumlee nodded in agreement. Yeah, riding on the wheels while dueling. How sweet is that? Jaden said. What's sweet, Jaden? A voice said, and this causes the 4 to stop talking and turn their attention to that voice. They saw Alexis and Natsumi standing there. Hey girls! Morning! Jaden greeted with goofy smile on his face. Natsumi just smiled back at Jaden, but Alexis just continues to look at them with suspicious look on her face. What are you guys doing? Alexis said, and Jaden looks at her. Well, we talking about the new sweet invention that bro dash. Jaden! Don't talk about it to them, Naruto shouted at Jaden as he cuts him off. That made Jaden yelp because of his voice that caused Alexis to narrow her eyes at them. What invention are you talking about, Jaden? Alexis asked, and Jaden started to sweat at Alexis' scary look on her face. Jaden just decided to back away as he answers her. And never mind. It was nothing really, Jaden said as he let out a nervous chuckle and returned to his seat as he continues to laugh before he suddenly slammed his head on the table that caused him to go unconscious. The Slifer trio just sweat drop at Jaden action. That's one way to keep his mouth shut, the trio thought before turning back to Alexis, who was still looking at them with a glare. I ask you all again. What are you all talking about? Alexis asked again with more malice on her voice that causes Chumli and Cyrus to hug together because of seeing the pissed off look on her face while Naruto looks at her with a neutral look on his face. That's classified information, Miss Rhodes, Naruto said, and Alexis decided to approach Naruto, and the two faces were now very close. You will tell me, Naruto Yuki, Alexis said with glaring eyes, and Naruto just raised a brow at her and gave a smirk at her. How about we make a deal? Let's play a simple game. If you win, I will tell you, but you lose, then forget about it, Naruto suggested, and this causes Alexis to lean away from him and gave a smirk of her own. Fine, what are we going to play? Alexis asked. Naruto pulls out his deck and draws one card from it. If you can guess what type of card is this, then you win, but you're wrong, then you lose. Easy enough, don't you think? Naruto asked with a smirk on his face. So it's a test of luck. How about we make it best 2 out of 3? Alexis said, and Naruto just shrugged in response. Sure, whatever, Naruto said, and soon the game started. So pick your guess. Is it a monster, a trap, or a magic card? Naruto asked, and Alexis looked at the card with narrowed eyes for a few seconds and gave her answer. Monster card, Alexis said, and Naruto just flipped the card and reveals to be the Sword of Revealing Light. Sorry, wrong answer, but don't worry, you still have a chance, Naruto said in teasing tone, and Alexis just glared at him. Just pick up the next card. Naruto just did what he was told, and Alexis narrowed her eyes again at the card. After a few seconds passed, she gave her answer. Magic, Alexis said, and Naruto flipped the card and reveals the card, and it was the Pot of Greed. Correct, so it's a tie. One last card left, Naruto said. He was about to grab another card when suddenly the bell rang, signaling that class about to start. Naruto smirked at her while Alexis just glared at him. Well, looks like our little game is over, Miss Rhodes, Naruto said with a triumph smirk on his face which just made Naruto piss. I will know that secret, Naruto Yuki, Alexis shouted at him before leaving with a pissed off look on her face with Natsumi following her. You just had to piss her off, Cyrus said as he looks at Naruto. Not my fault. Blame Hero Boy here, Naruto said as he pointed at Jade, who was still asleep. How is he asleep? Chumli asked. Try slamming your head on the table with a loud thud like that and you'll get your answer, Naruto said, which made Cyrus and Chumli's sweat drop at him. Soon the classroom was being filled with students as class was about to begin. Lunchtime. Yo bro! You got a minute? Jaden asked. Naruto looks at him with confused look on his face but nodded at him. Sure, what's up? Naruto asked. Well, Cyrus, Chumli and I were going to the abandoned dorm tonight. Wanna come? Jaden asked with an excited look on his face. Naruto looks at Jaden with disbelief look on his face. The hell are you thinking, Jaden? That place is forbidden for a reason. Many of the students disappeared on that area. I'm not allowing you to go there, Naruto said with a stern voice. But dash. No arguments. I'm not allowing you or anyone going there. Understand? Naruto asked with narrowed eyes that made Jaden flinch. I got it, Jaden said with a soft tone, and Naruto nodded at him before he patted Jaden on the head and gave him a smile before leaving the classroom. You do know that your brother will do it anyway, right, Naruto-sama? Jane said as her spirit appeared beside Naruto as he continues to walk on the hall. I know, that kid is too curious. I want you to watch him and immediately tell me if there's anything strange going to happen, Naruto ordered Jane, and she nodded at him before vanishing from his sight. I hope that you won't do anything stupid, brother. Nighttime. Naruto was currently in his garage and was continuing on working with his D-wheel with the laptop as he looks the data of the D-wheel. When suddenly his phone rang. Naruto flipped the phone open and answered it. Hello, Naruto here, Naruto answered as he continued to work on the cycle. Hello, Naruto, the voice said through the phone. Naruto's eyes widened in shock and that made stop in what he was doing. Satsuki? Naruto said with shock in his voice, and he heard a giggle from the phone. Yes, it's me. It's been a long time, Naruto, Satsuki said through the phone. Naruto just narrowed his eyes and talked. How the hell did get my phone number? Naruto shouted through the phone. Now Naruto, that's not nice you know. Satsuki mocked, scolding him. I ask again, Sito. How the hell did get my phone number, and why are you talking to me? Naruto asked with anger in his tone. Fine, be that way, Satsuki said with cold tone through the phone. The reason I'm talking to you because my dad told me that new track is done and asking you when you are going to give data to him, Satsuki said through the phone, and Naruto let out a sigh and run his hand through his blonde hair. Tell him that send him the data when I'm done field testing it, Naruto said through the phone. Got it. Oh, and one more thing, Naruto, Satsuki said. What is it? Naruto said. I'm joining the academy next week, Satsuki said, and this caused Naruto to eyes widen in shock. What? Naruto shouted through the phone. Bye and see you soon, Naruto, Satsuki said through the phone. Now wait a darn minute dash. Naruto was cut off when the call ended and Naruto slams his head to the table. Things can't get any worse, right? Naruto said to himself, hoping that nothing bad is about to happen. Naruto-sama, Jaden-sama is in trouble. He got trapped in a shadow duel. Jane's voice rang through Naruto's head. Naruto eyes widen in shock and immediately get out from the seat and immediately went to the D-wheel and put his helmet on. System activate, Naruto said as he pressed some few buttons and turned on the engines. Soon Naruto revs the motor and hits the gas, and soon he was making his way out the passage with his D-wheel. The hidden passage door opened and soon Naruto was out and headed towards the abandoned building dorm. You better survive that duel, Jaden. Don't you dare lose on that duel. Naruto finally arrives at abandoned dorm. Naruto pressed a few buttons and on the helmet reveals the map of the abandoned dorm. Naruto saw the red dot on the lower level of the dorm. Found you, Naruto said before he started the engine again and headed to location. A few minutes later he found himself in a dark cave passage. Then he was out the passage. He saw a giant circle in the middle and giant dark ball. What the heck is that? Naruto said as he saw the giant dark ball. Naruto, is that you? A voice said, and Naruto turned his direction and saw Cyrus and Chumley approaching him. Cyrus, Chumley? Why are you guys here? Naruto said as he removes his helmet and steps out from the D-wheel. Jaden dragged us in coming here, and when we arrived in this place we learned that Alexis and Natsumi were kidnapped by the mercenary duelist who is known as the Titan Dash. Alexis and Natsumi are kidnapped. Where the hell are they? Naruto demanded as he narrowed that made the two Slifers gulp in fear. They are in there, asleep in the coffins, Cyrus said as he pointed at the two coffins in the room. Naruto wasted no time and rushes towards to the coffins and ripped it open and to see the two girls were asleep, which made Naruto sigh in relief, seeing that the girls are completely unharmed. He turns his attention to Cyrus and Chumley. Where's Jaden? Naruto asked, and Cyrus pointed at the giant dark ball. He's in there, Cyrus said. Alright, I will go help Jaden while you two watch over them, Naruto said before he started running towards the giant dark ball. Naruto, wait dash! Cyrus and Chumley shouted as they tried to stop Naruto, but it was too late. Naruto already dived towards the ball and went inside it. Naruto was now inside the dark ball and found Jaden battling against a man known as the Titan. Jaden! Naruto shouted, causing Jaden to turn around and saw Naruto coming towards him. Bro, what are you doing here? Jaden said, and he saw Naruto's face that made him pale. Naruto had a look that said you're dead. Smack! Naruto slapped Jaden in the back of his head. What the heck, bro? Jaden whined, but silence when Naruto glares at him. I goddamn told you that you stay out of this dorm, and now you are at a shadow game, Jaden. Your life is on the line. Naruto scolded Jaden. Jaden looks at him confused. What are you talking about? This is all just a magic illusion, Jaden said, and this caused Naruto to facepalm. Jaden, look at that guy and tell he looks like a human anymore, Naruto asked as he pointed at the Titan. Jaden looks at the Titan for a few seconds and back at Naruto. Well, his eyes are now red. What's new? Jaden asked, and Naruto just face-palmed at his brother denseness. You're an idiot, Jaden, Naruto muttered under his breath when suddenly Wing Kuribo suddenly making some noise to get their attention. What is it, Wing Kuribo? Jaden asked, and Wing Kuribo pointed down. Naruto and Jaden looked down and saw many gray smiles coming towards them. What the heck? Jaden said in shock while Naruto narrowed his eyes at them and the dragon symbol of his chest started to glow, causing the smiles to back away from them. What the dash? Jaden said as he looks at his brother and saw the mark. What's that on your chest? Just finish your duel, Jaden, and you better win, Naruto said as he ignores the question. Jaden looks at Naruto and saw that he was serious and decided just to follow his brother's order. My move, draw, Jaden said as he draws his card. I play the spell card Monster Reincarnation. I discard a card from my hand to bring back Elemental Hero Sparkman, 1600/1400, to my hand, then I summon him to the field in defense mode, Jaden said as Sparkman appeared to the field with his arms crossed in his chest and kneeled down with one knee. With that I end my turn. My move, draw, the Titan as he draw his card. Now since the Pandemonium field is gone, your Monster Skull Archfiend, 2500/1500, effects activates, causing you to lose 500 life points, Jaden said, and a dark smoke came out from the Titan's mouth. Titan, 1400. Jaden, 600. That's as nothing compared to a soul. Now Skull Archfiend attack, the Titan said as his monster released a thunder attack towards Jaden. Other monster that was Dark Catapulter, 1000/1500. Then I set one card face down and summon Desric Archfiend, 1100/800, in attack mode and end my turn, the Titan said as monster appeared in the field. Draw, Jaden said as he draw his card. I switch Sparkman in attack position, then I equip with a card called Spark Blaster. This card allows to change the monster position and I could use it 3 times. Now I attack your Desric Archfiend, Jaden said, and Sparkman released a thunder shot from his hand and destroyed Desric Archfiend. Titan, 900. Jaden, 600. Now I use Spark Blast to change Sparkman back to defense position and end my turn, Jaden said as Sparkman kneels down again. Good job, Jaden, Naruto said, and Jaden just gave him a thumbs up. Trap card active, battle scarred, Titan shouted, causing the 2 Slifer to look at him back. Naruto eyes widened in shock as he saw this card. Shit! Naruto cursed. What's wrong, bro? What does that card do? Jaden asked. That card is a continuous trap. Titan has to choose one Archfiend monster on his field, and this causes both players to pay their life points that is depend on the monster effect, Naruto explained, and this caused Jaden to look at him with wide eyes and turns back at the duel field with a nervous look on his face. Draw, Titan said, and his and Jaden life points goes down. Titan, 400. Jaden, 100. Now Skull Archfiend attack Sparkman, Titan ordered, and Skull Archfiend shoots lightning towards Sparkman and destroyed it. Now I place one card face down and use the magic card double spell. This allows me to discard one card from my hand and activate one of your spell card from your graveyard, and I choose emergency provision, Titan said as the set card was disappeared from the field. Titan, 1400. Jaden, 100. You better make this turn count, Jaden. If you lose, I'm kicking your ass, Naruto said to Jaden. Jaden just nodded at him and placed a hand on his deck. My move, Jaden said as he draw his card. Yes. I special summon Elemental Hero Bubbleman, 800/1200, in attack position, Jaden said, in a guy that was wearing blue hero costume with a white cape hanging from behind. Since Bubbleman is the only card in my hand, I'm allowed to special summon him, and if he's the only card on the field, I can draw 2 more cards, Jaden said as he draw 2 more cards to his hand. Now I use the magic card Bubble Shuffle. This is how it works. If Bubbleman is in the field and my opponent has monster on his side, I can switch them both in defense mode. Then I tribute Bubbleman to special summon a hero from my hand. We will see about that. I use Skull Archfiend's special effect. I can render that stupid magic card of yours if the number hits in the number 1, 3, or 6. Your card will be useless. The Titan said as 6 balls of numbers that has the number 1 ignited with fire. Soon the fire started running around the numbers. Don't hit 1, 3, or 6. Naruto thought as he and Jaden watches the fire with narrowed eyes. Soon the fire finally stopped and landed on the number 2. What? 2? The Titan shouted in shock. Yes. The 2 brothers shouted for joy, and soon both monsters were now in defense position. Now I sacrifice to Bubble Man to bring out Elemental Hero Blade Edge, 2600/1800. Jaden said as Bubble Man disappeared in the field and was replaced with someone wearing a golden armor costume. Now Blade Edge has a piercing effect, meaning that all extra damage goes to you. Now attack Elemental Hero Blade Edge. Slice and dice attack, Jaden commanded. Soon Blade Edge rushes towards the Skull Archfiend and slice him into 2. Titan 0. Jaden 100. And that's game, Jaden said as he did his signature pose. Soon the Titan was being covered with the dark slime monsters. Help me! Please help me! Titan said as he screamed for help, but Jaden and Naruto just ignores him. Come on, let's get out of here, Naruto said, and Jaden nodded at him. Soon the symbol on Naruto's chest finally stopped glowing and 2 saw a small shed of light, and immediately Jaden runs ahead with Naruto behind him. They dived towards the light, and soon the 2 finally found themselves back to the cave. They looked back at the giant dark ball and saw that it was getting smaller until it completely disappeared. Wow! Jaden said before Naruto and Jaden stands up from the ground. Jaden! Naruto! Cyrus shouted. Naruto and Jaden turns around and saw the 2 Sliffers running towards him. We're glad that you're alright, Cyrus said, and Jaden just grinned at him. Of course I was alright, Jaden said. Do you think all of those things are real? Cyrus asked. No way, all of that thing was all an illusion, like the start of the duel. I really wanted to ask him how he'd do it, Jaden said as he scratched his head. Naruto just let out a sigh for what Jaden forgetting about what he said earlier to him. Hey guys, Naruto called, causing the Sliffers to look at him. Help me carry the girls in the D-wheel. You traveled here with your D-wheel? Jaden asked with sparkle in his eyes, wanting to see the D-wheel. Naruto just pointed to where his D-wheel was. Awesome, the Slifer said in awe while Naruto just rolled his eyes before a smirk appeared on his face. You guys are still in trouble, you know. All of you, Naruto said to them, and this causes the Sliffers to turn pale and look at him. See, come on bro, give us a break would you? Jaden pleaded, and Naruto glares at him that made him flinch. I told you to stay away from this dorm but you didn't listen. You, Cyrus, Chumli, Alexis and Natsumi are all in trouble. You will get expelled for disobeying this rule, Naruto shouted, making all 3 of them flinch from the tone of his voice. We're sorry, the trio shouted as they bowed their head and knees down. Naruto just let out a sigh. These kids are really troublesome. Fine, I let you all go, but next time listen to me, got it? Naruto asked them, and immediately the 3 Sliffers stands up and salute at him. Got it. Alright, just put on the girls on the D-wheel and let's get out of here, Naruto said, and the 3 Sliffers nodded at him, and went to Alexis and Natsumi, who were still asleep. Naruto let out another sigh and looks around the area. As scan around, he noticed a weird smoke coming out from the ground. Naruto eyes wide in shock as he saw this. Shit! Naruto cursed as he saw this and quickly run towards the D-wheel where everyone was. Bro, what's wrong? Jaden asked as he placed Natsumi gently on the D-wheel with Alexis beside her. Naruto didn't answer him and started pressing some buttons. D-wheel speed mode, the system said. Naruto immediately pulls out card and uses his psychic abilities to materialize Junk Synchron and Turret Warrior. Cyrus! Chumli! Ride them! Naruto said. Cyrus and Chumli were confused. Get on, damn it! Naruto shouted, which made them follow immediately. Cyrus gets on to Junk Synchron while Chumli was on Turret Warrior. Naruto wasted no time and quickly seats on D-wheel and puts on his helmet. Naruto pressed a few more buttons on, and suddenly a pair of slifer arms appeared on the side to prevent anyone to fall on the D-wheel. What is going on? Jaden asked in confusion in what Naruto was doing. Look behind you and you'll see your answer, Naruto said, and the three slifers looked back and saw a giant black smoke behind them and was growing bigger, which really scared them. What are you waiting for, bro? Step on it, Jaden said with panic in his tone. Naruto revs the engine and steps on the gas, and the D-wheel started running with Junk Synchron and Turnt Warrior behind him with the same speed he was going. Jaden looks back and saw the black smoke gaining on them. Bro, go faster! Jaden shouted with panic in his tone. Naruto obliged and picked up his speed, and so did his monsters. Soon Naruto saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and went through it, and was now outside the cave along with his two monsters. He landed safely to the ground and looks back cave and saw the black smoke was completely gone. What the hell is that? Naruto thought before he could continue. He was cut off when he heard Jaden's voice. Note to self, listen to bro advice, always, Jaden said before passing out. Agreed, Cyrus and Chumley said in unison before passing out also. Naruto just sweat drop at their actions. Time skip. Natsumi and Alexis' eyes started to open and saw Naruto, Jaden, Cyrus, and Chumley surrounding them. Where are we? What happened? Natsumi asked as she and Alexis sat up. You two were kidnapped by the Titan, and we had to save you too. I dueled him and won, and soon a giant black smoke happened and Naruto was able to get us out of there before it could reach us, Jaden explained, and Natsumi and Alexis were surprised at this. Oh yeah, we found these things too. Jaden gave her a card and a picture that was on the frame. Natsumi and Alexis' eyes widened in shock as they received the two items. These things belong to my brother, Alexis said with small tear in her eyes. I finally have a clue where he is, Alexis said. You're not the only one, Naruto said, and everyone looks at him. That dark smoke might have something to do with the disappearance of the students, and thanks to some of the data I gather from D-wheel scanners, I might able to find those students, Naruto said before he walked back to his D-wheel and pressed a few buttons, and suddenly a screen popped out of nowhere in front of him, and everyone saw this and approaches the D-wheel. Bro, what are you doing? Jaden asked. I'm trying to find some clues that would have any leads towards the missing students, Naruto said, and suddenly a red mark appeared in the map of the abandoned dorm. Looks like I can search some clues there. I'm coming with you, Alexis said. She finally had a chance to see her brother. There's no way she's letting this slide. No way, Naruto said as he continues to look at the data. Alexis gave him a fierce glare which he ignored. And why not? I finally have lead on my brother. There's no way I'm letting this slide, Alexis shouted at him, and Naruto looks at with a blank look on his face. Here are some reasons. You already broke the rules of the school that could cause you to be expelled, and you got kidnapped. There's no way I'm taking that risk, Naruto said, and Alexis gritted her teeth at this because she knew that Naruto was right. But dash. I'll give some updates when I find information about your brother, Naruto said, and everyone was dead quiet as they wait for Alexis' answer. Promise me, Alexis said, and Naruto stops in what he was doing and looks at her. What did you say? Naruto said, and Alexis looks at him, and Naruto saw a few tears in Alexis' eyes, and for some reason it made her feel very sorry for the girl. Promise me that you'll find him, Alexis said to him with tears on her face. Naruto stared for a few seconds before nodding at her. I promise I'll find me, and I make sure it will happen, Naruto said, and this caused Alexis to smile a little at Naruto's words. You all better get back to your dorms. I have to tell Chancellor Shepard what happened in that dorm, Naruto said, and Jaden turned pale in hearing this. Wait, those that mean dash. Yes, Jaden, every single detail, even the two girls, are part of my report, Naruto said, and this everyone to turn to pale. Naruto looks at them and let out a small chuckle, but everyone didn't notice this because they were thinking about their punishment. BB, but if tell on us, we'll get X dash. Don't worry, I make sure that you all won't get expelled, Naruto said as he cuts off Natsumi. This caused everyone to sigh in relief. But don't think for 1 second that you all won't get a punishment, Naruto said, and this caused them to turn pale again. With that, Naruto left the group with his D-wheel and headed back to his garage. What was that smoke? I felt a malicious aura from that smoke. Does this mean that the prophecy is about the darkness is coming true? Naruto asked himself, and he never noticed that his mark glowed for a second before the glow disappeared. And that's what happened in the abandoned dorm, Naruto said as he reported what happened in the abandoned dorm to Shepard. It was currently night time and he was done with his investigation inside the abandoned dorm. Naruto was reporting to Shepard through the monitor of his D-wheel. So you're saying that there is some unknown dark force was scattering around the dorm and it was somehow involving the disappearance of the students? Shepard said with a serious look on his face. Naruto nodded in confirmation. Yeah, and I found out something very interesting inside the dorm, Naruto said, and Shepard looks at him confused. What do you mean? Shepard asked. Naruto pressed some buttons on the D-wheel, and it suddenly revealed a stack of papers. Naruto shows them to Shepard, and this made the Chancellor's eyes widen in shock. Those sketches, they are. Yeah, the pictures of the sacred beasts. Those guys want the cards that are buried inside this academy. I'm thinking that they either recruiting the students as their shadow duelists, or they are sacrifices for the duelists that they wanted to bring back, Naruto said, and Shepard had a grim look on his face. This is bad news. Thank you for informing me this, Naruto, Shepard said, and Naruto just nodded at him. You need to pick the guardians of the keys soon, Shepard. The Shadow Riders will not wait any longer. Not to mention the other parts that will be trouble since the prophecy stated, Naruto added in his thoughts as he remembers some lines in the prophecy about the Shadow Riders. I know. I just hope they are willing to take the responsibility, Shepard said. Naruto just smiled at him. Don't worry, I'm sure they will accept it, Naruto said. Shepard just let out a sigh, then he suddenly looks back at Naruto. Oh, Naruto. I almost forgot to tell that the racing track is ready. Meet me tomorrow morning to show you the way, Shepard said. Naruto just nodded at him, then the blonde suddenly remembered something. Hey, Chancellor. Can I bring some people with me? Naruto asked. I don't see why not. It is your project after all, Shepard said. Naruto bid farewell before he turns off the monitor and put back his helmet on. He starts the engine and revs up the D-wheel. Soon he started to make his way back to his garage to call it for the night. Next day. Hey bro, where are we going and what's with the case? Jaden asked. He, Cyrus, Chumley and Bastion were currently following Naruto and Shepard in unknown part of the academy. Indeed, I'm also very curious myself on why did you invite me, Naruto? Bastion said, and Naruto turned to him and smiled. You'll see. Just be patient, Naruto said before turning back and continued their way. Soon the group got in the elevator, and suddenly the elevator moved very fast that made Jaden and the others fall to the ground. The four guys groan while Naruto and Shepard chuckle. The four boys stand up and suddenly found themselves in a clear tube path that could clearly see the ocean. The four guys look in awe as they saw different kinds of sea creatures while Naruto and Shepard waited patiently. Soon the elevator was slowing down before it completely stops. The door suddenly opened and reveals a giant race track with glass curved ramp at the sides of the tracks. Jaden and the other three guys were shocked as they saw this. Awesome! A race track! Jaden said with sparkle in his eyes. How in blazes did the Duel Academy have this track? Bastion said with shock in his voice. It's because I asked Kaiba to make it, Naruto said, and Bastion looks at him confused. Naruto looks Shepard and said, Chancellor, can you give Jaden, Cyrus and Chumley a tour in this place? I need to speak with Bastion alone. Shepard nodded and started giving the three Sliffers a tour in the room, leaving only Naruto and Bastion left. Now Bastion, the reason I want you to come today is because I have a proposal that you might like. But this conversation will never be revealed to others except the people in this room. Got it? Naruto said. Bastion just nodded in agreement, and was curious at Naruto's proposal to him. You have my word. Now tell me what is that you propose? Bastion said. Naruto smiled and pulls out a folder from the case and tosses it to Bastion. Bastion looks at folder and saw the title D-Wheel Project. Bastion looks at it with curiosity and opens the folder. When he started reading the data about the project and its development that made Bastion curious, look changed to a shock with amazement in his face. You unbelievable! Are these even possible? Bastion said with shock look on his face. He looks at Naruto and saw the blonde has a grin on his face. Yes, they are, Bastion. The D-Wheel Project is another step to a new evolution of the world in duel monsters. And I'm sure that you read on what source of energy they came from, Naruto said, and Bastion's eyes widen in shock and immediately look back at folder. When he finished reading it, Bastion could only look at Naruto like he was a god itself. You are a god, Naruto Yuki. You have a mind that is beyond anyone I met before. I never knew that this kind of energy can be made, Bastion said as he looks at Naruto with a worship look on his face. Naruto shook his head and said to Bastion, I'm no god, Bastion. I'm just someone with an open mind and creative imagination. But still, with these kinds of data, you could easily make unbelievable impact with technology that we have today, Bastion said. But there are still risks in what we are doing, Bastion. That type of energy is not ready to be released in the public yet. It could lead to a serious backlash, Naruto said with serious look on his face, and Bastion couldn't help but agree to this. With data Naruto given to him, the main power of the D-Wheel can overload the system, since they don't know how powerful the D-Wheel is when it comes to summoning monsters, which could result to disastrous result. So, what do you need me for? Bastion asked as he could not see why Naruto needs him. I'm asking you to help me make the project possible, Bastion, Naruto said, and Bastion's eyes widen in shock. You have a brilliant mind, Bastion, and I need your kind of talent in making this project possible. So what do you say? Naruto said as he extends his hand. Bastion could only stare at him with a shocked look on his face. He couldn't believe that he would have an opportunity like this. There's no way he's backing down on this kind of proposal. With his mind made up, he accepts Naruto's hand and shakes on it. You can count on me in making this project possible, Naruto Yuki, Bastion said, and Naruto nodded in agreement. I couldn't agree more. Time skip. Hey bro! When are you going to make me D-Wheel? Jaden asked as he and others were heading to class. Naruto just smiled at Jade and said, Don't worry. Once Bastion and I finished all the datas, and if there is no problem with energy we created, then I can start making your D-Wheel. Sweet! Jaden cheered as he felt giddy in having his own D-Wheel. How cool is that? Wait. Bastion accepted your proposal? Cyrus asked as he looks at Bastion. Of course. With Naruto's latest project. This would really evolve that technology of this generation. Not only that, but the world of duel monsters as well, Bastion said. He was excited about being part of this project. He really can't wait to get started. The group finally arrived at class and taken their seat. Bastion separated from the group to seat on the RA section where his RA yellow friends are, while Naruto, Jaden, Cyrus and Chumli seat on their own spot and started chatting about Naruto past when he was with Yugi and Kaiba. So you gave Kaiba your proposal on the D-Wheel and he accepted it? Cyrus asked, and Naruto nodded at him. Yeah, that guy was pretty hard to convince, but in the end I was able to get him accept the project. It took me 2 years of research to have an idea how the D-Wheel battlefield will work, Naruto explained. Is the rules in using a D-Wheel different from an ordinary duel? Cyrus asked, and Naruto nodded. Yeah, the rules dash. Naruto! A voice shouted, and many of the students turned to where that voice came from and saw Alexis, Natsumi, and their friends Mindy and Jasmine coming towards him. Alexis stands in front of him and slammed her hands in front of his desk. Naruto, did you find any information about my brother? Naruto was surprised at Alexis' sudden outburst, but he knew that she was just looking for clues. Naruto shook his head and said, Not much information, but I think I have a hitch on where your brother is. Really? Then tell us where Attacus is, Mindy said, and Naruto raised a brow at this. Why is she concerned about him? Naruto asked. He was confused at this. She, Jasmine, and many of Obelisk Blue girls are huge fan of Attacus, Natsumi said. Naruto was surprised at this. He has a fan club. Poor guy, no wonder he disappeared, Naruto said. Jasmine and Mindy narrowed their eyes at him. What do you mean by that? Jasmine growled at him. The guy must be scared of his fangirls. Think about it. Being chased around all day, his move being watched 24/7. I really feel like that the guy must have run away from his crazy, stalking, and good-for-nothing fangirls, Naruto said to them. Soon he saw that Mindy and Jasmine's sudden depressed look on their faces and rain clouds started to rain about their head. Jaden, Cyrus and Chumley were stifling their laughter as they thought that it was really funny about it, but Alexis was not amused. Joking set aside, tell me, where is my brother? Alexis said it with her teeth gritting. Naruto was about to tell his answer when suddenly the school bell rang. Alexis glared at Naruto, who just shrugged in response. It's not my fault that the bell rang, Naruto said, and Alexis just continues to glare at him. Naruto let out a sigh and said, Look, how about we meet at the rooftop and I'll tell you all what I discovered so far. Alexis stared at him for a few seconds before nodding at him before heading towards to her seat with Mindy and Jasmine following him, leaving only Natsumi facing her former brother. Nissan I dash. Look, if you're just trying to rekindle our relationship as brother and sisters, then don't bother. I still haven't completely forgiven you completely, but I will act civil, Naruto said harshly to her. Natsumi just lowered her head and walked away. Whoa, that just harsh, bro, Jaden said. He kinda felt sorry for Natsumi. Naruto just let out a sigh and soon Banner enters the room and the students take in their seat. Good morning, students. We have a new student joining us today. Please enter, Banner said. Soon the door opened and soon many of the male students were started drooling at the new student. But for Naruto, eyes wide in shock. I thought she was coming next week. Not today, Naruto mentally shouted in his mind as he looks at new student, who walked towards in front. The girl had parallel bangs that adorned the left and right sides of her face, and her hair was tied up in ponytail. She had two petite obsidian eyes. She was wearing that same uniform as all the girls in academy, and it hugged her figure. The girl had a smirk on her face. Now, please introduce yourself to the students, Banner said. The girl stepped forward and said, Hello everyone. I'm Satsuki Kaiba, daughter of Seto Kaiba and Mikoto Uchiha. Nice to meet you all. Soon everyone stared at her in shock. This was Kaiba's daughter. They never heard of this before. Satsuki's eyes wandered around until her eyes landed on Naruto. A sweet smile appeared on her face. And Naruto felt that smile of hers was not a good thing. Nice to meet you again, Naruto-kun, Satsuki said, and this caused everyone to look at Naruto in shock while Naruto narrowed his eyes towards Satsuki and stands up from his seat. What the hell are you doing here? I thought you were coming next week, Naruto said, and a smirk appeared on Satsuki's face. I was lying to you. I already had my dad fix everything for me. I just wanted to see the shock look on your face, Satsuki said. Naruto just gritted his teeth as he looks at her with hate in his eyes. Naruto, do you know her? Jaden asked, and Naruto ignored his brother's question and continued to glare at Satsuki. However, Satsuki heard him. I'm Naruto-kun's girlfriend, Satsuki said, and this caused everyone to look at her or Naruto with a jaw-dropped look on their faces. While Alexis for some reason felt like her heart was just stabbed. What? The students in the classroom shouted in shock. They were completely shocked by this information, and many of the male students looked at Naruto with a jealous look on their faces for getting a hot girl like Satsuki. Ex-girlfriend, Naruto said coldly before looking at male students with cold look on his face. I suggest you all look somewhere else unless you want your bones broken, Naruto said with threatening tone as he released a massive killing intent that made many of male students turn pale and look away from him, not wanting to feel the blonde wrath. Naruto turned back to Satsuki and saw that she's still looking at him with smirk on her face that really pissed him off. Still angry what happened few months ago? Satsuki asked. You don't know half of it, Naruto growled at her. Then Satsuki pulls out a deck and looks at him with small smile on her face. Then how about we make a deal? Satsuki asked, and Naruto was confused by this. I win, then we get back together again, like a couple. Naruto narrowed his eyes at her. But if you win, I'll leave you alone for at least a half a month and make sure that Daddy give a bigger budget for your latest project. Satsuki proposed to him. Naruto's eyes widened in surprise at this. On one hand, this could help him with his development of the duel project since he used majority of his money, but downside is that if he loses he will have to be with that girl again, which right now, he really hates her. Fine. You're on, Satsuki, Naruto said, accepting the challenge. Satsuki smirked and looks at Banner. Professor, can we have duel right now? Satsuki asked, and Banner thought for a few minutes before nodding his head. I don't see why not. I'm also curious what deck you contain, Miss Kaiba, Banner said. He was interested about this duel. The battle of Slifer's current best student against Sito Kaiba daughter. This is an interesting match. You will be mine again, Naruto-kun, Satsuki said with a wink at him. Don't get your hopes up, Naruto said to her as he continues to glare at her. Soon the word got out that Naruto and Satsuki were having a duel, and soon many of the students gathered around in the obelisk duel arena to watch the event. Cyrus, Chumli, Alexis, Bastion, Natsumi and Zayn were sitting with one another as they are going to watch the match. Well, this is unexpected, Cyrus commented. No kidding, Chumli said. Hey, Jaden, Bastion called, and Jaden turned to him. What is your brother relationship with Kaiba daughter? Jaden shrugged in response. This is the first time I'm hearing this. Bro never mentioned this before. But from what Satsuki told the class, she was Naruto's girlfriend, Zayn said. He was curious on how good Satsuki was in dueling. Ex-girlfriend. She was Naruto's ex-girlfriend, Alexis said. For some reason she doesn't like Satsuki because she feels that she wants to choke the girl. Everyone was surprised from the tone that Alexis used. The tone that sounded like she was spitting out some venom. Alexis, you okay? Natsumi asked. Alexis snapped out from her thoughts and nodded at her. Yeah. Soon Growler appeared in the stadium with a mic in his hand. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! Today duel is between the Satsuki Kaiba and Yuki, Growler said, and the crowd cheered as they were pumped up for the battle between the obelisk and a Slifer. Many of the boys already formed a fan club of Satsuki even if she arrived in the academy moments ago. The fanboys along with the obelisk blue, except for Zayn, Alexis and Natsumi, were hoping for Naruto defeat. Now please give a round of applause to Sito Kaiba daughter. Satsuki Kaiba! Growler said, and soon the crowd cheered for Satsuki as she walked towards the stage with confident smirk on her face and has a customized blue eyes white dragon dual disc on her right arm. Now for her opponent. He is known as brother of the slacker Hy. Jaden shouted at him before he continued. He is Naruto Yuki. Soon Naruto headed towards the field with a serious look on his face. Some of the red Slifers, R.A. Yellow and his friends cheered for him with Jaden being the loudest. Soon Naruto finally arrived at the duel field as he glares down at Satsuki, who was smiling at him. Alright. Now let the duel begins, Growler said before he removed himself from the stage. Naruto and Satsuki activated their dual disc and shouted, Duel! Naruto, 4,000. Satsuki, 4,000. I'll make the first move, Satsuki said as she draws a card. She looks at her hand and a smile appeared on her face. First I summoned Sangon, 1000/600, on the field in attack position. A 3-eye monster appeared on the field. Then I set 2 cards face down and end my turn. Your turn, sweetheart, Satsuki said with a sweet smile on her face that irritated Naruto. Draw! Naruto draws his cards and looks at it. I summoned Shield Wing, 0 out of 900, in defense position. The wing monster appeared on the field. Looks like Naruto is using his Psycho deck, Cyrus said. Indeed, and but curious of what deck that Satsuki girl has, Bastion said. Maybe it's similar to Kaiba deck? Jaden said. Let's just wait and find out, Alexis said as she observed the match. Next I play the magic card Pot of Greed to draw 2 cards. Naruto said as he draws 2 cards. He looks at the cards before looking back at Satsuki. I place 2 cards face down and end my turn. That's it. It's not like you to play defensively, Naruto-kun, Satsuki said. Naruto just glared at the girl. Satsuki just shrugged. Whatever. Maybe it's your new playing style. Draw! Satsuki draws her card and a grin appeared on her face. I play the magic card creature swap, Satsuki said as the card appeared on the field. Now we are forced to swap each other monsters. Normally we can choose which monster we want to swap, but since both of us only have one monster. So dash. I know, I'm swapping my shield wing for your Sangon, Naruto said with an irritated voice. He was really annoyed how Satsuki was talking to him that way. Satsuki just smiled and the 2 monsters swap each other places. Now I sacrifice your shield wing to summon White Horn Dragon, 2200/1400, in attack mode, Satsuki said as shield wing stared to glow before he was replaced by a giant western red dragon with a white horn. The dragon let out a roar that could be heard throughout the entire field. My god, she already summoned a powerful monster, Saira said with a panicked look on his face. Not licious, Chumley said with worried look on his face. And Naruto is not on a good position. If that monster attack Naruto monster, then it will give a big blow to Naruto's life points, Bastion said. This made Cyrus and Chumley more worried, but Jaden just looked at Naruto and saw the glint on Naruto's eyes. I know that you have a plan, bro. You always do, Jaden said as he knew that Naruto could win this duel. Now I use White Horn Dragon effect. When this card is normal or special summoned, I can remove at least 5 spell cards from your graveyard from play, and each card that is removed, my dragon gains an additional 300 ATK points, Satsuki said. Naruto gritted his teeth and removed the Pot of Greed from his dual disc and placed in his deck holder. Soon the white horn dragon let out roar as its horn grew longer. 2200 to 2500 ATK. Looks like Naruto is in trouble, Saira said with a panicked look on his face. Now attack! Satsuki commanded. The dragon roared and charges at Sangon with its horn. Naruto had a glint and said, Trap card open! Scrap Iron Scarecrow! Naruto said as the trap revealed itself. I don't think so. I use the trap card. Magic Jammer. I discard a card from my hand to negate the trap card and destroy it, Satsuki said. The face-down card revealed itself and released purple smoke and destroyed Naruto trap card. Soon the dragon successfully pierces to Sangon before the 3-eye monster shattered to pieces. Naruto, 2500. Satsuki, 4000. The fanboys along with the many of the obelisk blue cheered as they saw Naruto life points was damaged. Damn. That was a powerful attack, Jaden said. Things are not going well for your brother Jaden, Saira said with worried look on his face. Come on, Naruto. Fight back, Alexis said with her teeth gritting. She was glaring at Satsuki for some reason, and Natsumi and Zayn were the ones noticed this. What's wrong with Alexis? Natsumi and Zayn thought, confused at Alexis' reaction. How was that, Naruto-kun? Satsuki asked with a smirk on her face. Naruto glared at her. Lucky shot, Naruto just said. Satsuki's smirk only grew before going back to the duel. Now since my Sangon was sent to the graveyard from the field, I can add 1 monster with 1500 or less ATK from my deck to my hand, Satsuki said as she pulls out her deck and started looking for a card. Soon she finally took out her chosen card before shuffling her deck and returning it back to her dual disc. I place 1 card face down and end my turn. Draw! Naruto said as he draws his card. Naruto looks at the card and his eyes widen in surprise. Jane, Naruto whispered as he saw that he drew Jane, light-sworn paladin. Soon Jane's spirit appeared behind Naruto. Please calm your mind, master. You're letting your anger cloud your judgment. You need to have clear mind if you want to win this, Jane said to him. Naruto was surprised at this, and soon Crystal Kuribo's spirit appeared in front of him. Crystal, Naruto whispered, and Crystal Kuribo nodded his head. Naruto knew that Crystal Kuribo sang to him. Listen to Jane. Naruto just closed his eyes before letting a sigh. Satsuki noticed and raised a brow. What's with him? She asked, confused at Naruto's action. Soon Naruto's eyes opened again and Satsuki was surprised what she saw. She saw Naruto's eyes were very calm. She knew now that Naruto was starting to get serious. That look on his eyes is when his head was making many strategies that are very unpredictable, making it hard for her to read him. I summoned Jane, Light Sworn Paladin, 1800/1200, in attack mode, Naruto said as Jane appeared on the field. Satsuki was surprised at this. This is the first time I'm seeing, Satsuki mumbled. She never saw Naruto play that card before. Next I played the spell card, Solar Recharge. I discard one Light Sworn monster from my hand and draw 2 new cards from my deck, Naruto explained. He removes one card from his hand and then draws 2 new cards from the deck. Naruto looks at the card and a small smile appeared on his face. Now I use the spell card, Cards of Destruction, Naruto said, and this surprised Satsuki. What on earth is he doing? He never played like this before, Satsuki said. She knew what Naruto playing style was. She knows that Naruto relies on draw for his Psychron monsters, but this was too new for her. Now we are forced to discard all the cards in our hands and draw the same number of cards that we discarded, Naruto explained. Soon both players remove all the cards in their hands and draw new cards. Satsuki has now 2 cards while Naruto has 4 cards in his hands. Now activate Crystal Kuribo effect. When that monster was sent from my hand to the graveyard, I'm allowed to draw 1 more card, Naruto as he draws another card. Now I play my face down card, Graceful Revival. With this I can special summon a 2 levels or lower monster from the graveyard and I choose Shield Wing, Naruto said, and Shield Wing appeared on the field. Now I play another spell card, Double Summon. This allows me to normal summon 1 more monster to the field, Naruto said. So I summoned Junk Synchron, 1300/500, in attack mode. Soon an orange robot appeared on the field. None of your monsters are strong enough to beat mine, Satsuki said, and a smirk appeared on Naruto's face. I tune my level 2 Shield Wing with my level 3 Junk Synchron, Naruto said. Soon Junk Synchron changed into 3 green rings and surrounds Shield Wing as it started to change into stars. Out of 2 become 1, and out 1 will come Great Cosmic Might. A giant pillar appeared behind Naruto. I Synchron Summon Junk Warrior, 2300/1300. The light was gone and revealed a purple robot with a scarf around it. Everyone in the auditorium looked at in awe while Satsuki still has smirk on her face. Big deal. It's still not strong enough to beat my monster, Satsuki said, but Naruto's smirk never disappeared from his face. I use the equipped card Fighting Spirit. The equipped monster gains 300 ATK for each monster on your field. I equip it to Junk Warrior. What? Satsuki shouted in shock in hearing this. ATK 2300 to 2600. Now attack Junk Warrior, Naruto commanded, and Junk Warrior came down to White Horned Dragon with its fist crashing down on the dragon. The dragon let out a roar and before it was destroyed into pieces. Satsuki, 3900. Naruto, 2500. Now Jane! Attack her! Naruto commanded the paladin. Yes, master! Jane said as she charges towards Satsuki and slash her. Satsuki let out a scream as she was hit by the attack. Satsuki, 2100. Naruto, 2500. Alright, bro! Jaden cheered as he saw Naruto made a comeback. Awesome, Nissan! Natsumi cheered for her brother. Marvelous! Bastion complimented Naruto. That was a good move, Zayn said with a nod, impressed at Naruto's move. Naruto, Alexis said with a small smile appeared on her face as she saw Naruto made great comeback. What do you think of that, Satsuki? Naruto asked with small smirk on his face. He was expecting Satsuki to glare at him, but she did something that was beyond what he thought she would do. Satsuki laughed. She let out a laugh with her soothing voice that really hypothesized majority of the males before looking at Naruto with a smile on her face. That was a pretty good move, Naruto-kun. As I expected from the guy I love. Naruto saw the glint of Satsuki eyes and he doesn't like it one bit. How about I start to get more serious now, Naruto-kun? Naruto just glared at her. I place one card face down and end my turn, Naruto said as he set the card in the field. My move, draw! Satsuki draws her card and looks at the card and a smirk appeared on her face. I really should thank you for removing the cards from my hand earlier, Naruto-kun. Now I can do this. I play the spell card. Pot of Greed to draw 2 new cards, Satsuki said as she draws new cards from the deck. Next I play the spell card, Lightning Vortex, Satsuki said, and the card appears on the field and Naruto's eyes widen in surprise at this. Shit! Naruto cursed as he saw the card appeared before him. Now with this, I discard 1 card from my hand and destroy all of your face-up monsters, Satsuki said, and then a lightning struck the 2 monster of Naruto and was destroyed. Next I play the continuous trap card, Call of the Haunted. With this I can bring back any monster from the graveyard. And I choose to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, 3000/3000. Many of the people in arena eyes widen in hearing this. Soon the mighty Blue Eyes White Dragon appeared behind Satsuki. It let out a powerful roar and sends powerful shockwave around the arena. No way, Jaden said with shock look on his face. She has the card, Cyrus and Chumley said with complete shock on their faces. My word, Bastion said as he saw the mighty beast appeared before his eyes. What are going to do now, Naruto Yuki? Zayn said as he looks at Naruto with calculating eyes. Nisan, Natsumi said as she looks at Naruto with a worried look on her face. Naruto, Alexis whispered as she clutches her hands and watched the duel with worried look on her face also. Now I play the equipped spell card, Megamorph, Satsuki said as the card appeared on the field. With this card I can double my monster's ATK points because my life points are lower than yours. The dragon grew larger and roared at Naruto. ATK 3000-6000. Soon the fanboys and the many of the Obelisk Blue started cheering again, thinking that Satsuki will win the match. Now my dragon! Attack Naruto directly! Satsuki commanded and Blue Eyes White Dragon started to gather energy from its mouth. Blue Stream burst! Satsuki shouted and the dragon unleashed a blue beam ray towards Naruto. Boom! A powerful explosion happened in Naruto's place as the beam hits him. An ISN/bro! Natsumi and Jaden shouted as they saw Naruto taking the hit. No! Alexis whispered as she saw the explosion. Zayn just shook his head and stared at the duel field. Soon the smoke started clear up and Naruto was visible to see. Naruto, 2500. How? How did your life points didn't get damaged? Satsuki asked with shock look on her face. She couldn't believe that Naruto was still in the duel even after seeing the explosion. With this, Naruto said as he points the card on his field. Satsuki looks at it, and her eyes widen in shock. My trap card, Stardust Respark, Naruto said as the card was now visible for everyone to see. With this card, when my opponent's special summon monster declares a direct attack, if its ATK is greater than or equal to my life points, the attack is negated. I can also draw 1 card, then I can special summon 1 Stardust monster from your extra deck or graveyard. So come out. Stardust Dragon, 2500/2000. Naruto roared and a beam of silver light appeared behind him. Soon Stardust Dragon appeared on the field. Naruto draws a card from the deck from the effect of the said card. Alright bro! Jaden shouted in joy as he saw his brother was still in this duel. Awesome Naruto! Cyrus and Chumli cheered for their friend. You continue to surprise me, Naruto, Bastion said. Natsumi and Alexis let out a sigh of relief and smiled at this. Zayn was impressed at Naruto's move and has a smirk on his face. Impressive as always, Naruto-kun, Satsuki complimented the blonde. This makes me want to have come back to me more. Naruto just shook his head and said, "You know that will be hard to do, Satsuki. You betrayed my trust in you." Naruto replied in a soft tone to her. Soon the crowd was interested on what's going on with that too. Satsuki's eyes softened when she heard this. "Yes, I betrayed your trust, but it doesn't mean that we can't be together again. I love you a lot," Satsuki confessed to him. Soon the fanboys started wail in misery in hearing this and glare at the blonde, who was holding their idol heart. "Those are just words, Satsuki. I don't believe them. Like I said, it will take some time to gain my trust again," Naruto said to her. Naruto couldn't help but feel sorry for her. Yes, she did betray him, but it doesn't that he will continue to hold a grudge against her forever. "I understand. This duel will be proof of my love for you," Satsuki said to her with a determination in her eyes and getting back with Naruto. "I end my turn." Naruto just shook his head. "My turn, draw," Naruto said as he draws a card. He suddenly heard a roar and looks at the card. It was Judgment Dragon. "Master," Naruto heard 4 voices from his dual disc and his eyes widened in surprise on who he saw. It was Jaden along with Eren the Light-Sworn Monk, Guroth, Light-Sworn Warrior and Lumina, Light-Sworn Summoner. All of those 4 spirit nodded at him and soon Crystal Kuribo's spirit appeared in front of him. "Curry! Crystal said as it hops in his dual disc. Naruto smiles at seeing this and looks back at Satsuki. "Sorry, Satsuki, looks like that chance that you wanted will have to wait. I'm ending everything now," Naruto declared, and this causes everyone to look at surprise or confuse. "That was a bold declaration there," Bastion said. "But how will he do that?" Cyrus asked, wondering what strategy Naruto will use. Natsume's eyes widen in realization. "Alexis, you don't think dash." "I know what you mean, Natsume," Alexis said, and everyone was looking at them confused. "Girls, what are both talking about?" Zayn asked, wondering what the girls were thinking. But the girls ignored him and focused on the duel field. "Now I use Crystal Kuribo effect. If I remove Crystal Kuribo from play, then I can choose one monster from my field and it will be immune to all spell, trap and monster effect for the rest of the turn. I choose Stardust Dragon," Naruto said. Soon Crystal Kuribo came out from the dual disc and launches itself towards Stardust, and it turns to Diamond Gem then enters to Stardust. Soon Stardust released a blue aura. "Now for the final move. Since I have now at least 4 different Light-Sworn monsters in my graveyard, I can special summon Judgment Dragon, 3000/2600. Soon Dark Cloud appears from the sky and slowly opens. Soon everyone saw Judgment Dragon slowly descends down to the field and looks at Blue Eyes White Dragon. "Now! I activate Judgment Dragon effect. I pay 1000 life points and all the cards in the field exception of this dragon is destroyed. Since thanks to my Crystal Kuribo effect, my Stardust Dragon won't be affected by this," Naruto explained, earning gasps from many of the students. Naruto, 1500. "No!" Satsuki shouted as she realized that was going to lose the battle. "Now go! Judgment Roar!" Naruto commanded, and Judgment Dragon let out a mighty roar and destroyed all of Satsuki cards on the field. Blue Eyes White Dragon let out a final roar before it was shattered into pieces. Everyone was shocked at seeing this. "My Blue Eyes White Dragon," Satsuki said in shock before looking back at Naruto. "Like I said, Satsuki, this battle is over. Now go Stardust Dragon! End this with Cosmic Flare!" Naruto roared as Stardust released a powerful beam its mouth and headed towards Satsuki. Boom! The explosion happened and creates a huge smoke. When the smoke was gone, they saw Satsuki falls down to her knees as her life points drops to 0. "Winner, Naruto Yuki!" a voice said. Soon the crowd snapped out from their shock and the red Slifer and Ara Yellow cheered for the blonde along with his friends, while many of the blue obelisk glares down at Naruto. "Yeah! Alright, bro!" Jaden cheered as he jumps out from his seat with a big grin on his face. "Alright, Naruto!" Cyrus and Chumli cheered for him. "Nisan," Natsume said with a smile on her face. She was happy that her brother won. Good job, Naruto, Bastion said with nod and a smile on his face. Naruto, Alexis said with smile on her face. For some reason she was completely relieved that Naruto won the bet. Zayn just stared at the duel with small smile on his face. He was now very interested on what happened in the academy with Naruto around. Naruto approaches the fallen Satsuki and kneels down in front of her. Satsuki, he called, and Satsuki looks up and saw that Naruto giving her small smile. It's alright. There's nothing to be ashamed of losing to me, Naruto said as he extends his hand to her. Satsuki looks his hand and accepted it. Soon Naruto stands up and helps Satsuki stand in her feet. I'm not ashamed of losing to you, Naruto-kun. I'm sad because I lost the bet. Satsuki with a sad tone. Satsuki-chan, Naruto said, calling her in her nickname for the first time. Satsuki looks at him surprised in hearing that nickname. Even if you won the match, do you think that I would have treated you fairly? Satsuki lowered her head and shook her head. I guess not. You have treated me like trash, or maybe give me the cold shoulder. Naruto nodded his head. Right, I would have done that. But not the guy to hold grudge to someone since you really cared for me. You don't have to take that bet seriously. Satsuki looks at him surprised. You're serious? You would peace and quiet and hire fun for project, and you're just gonna brush it off? Naruto just shrugged at her. I never really cared, but it would have been nice for the higher fun for the project, but for leaving me alone. We're friends, Satsuki. I know that you would have ignored it anyway. Satsuki just let out a small giggle and smile at him. You're right. I would have ignored anyway. But I'm keeping my promise on increasing the fund of the project, Naruto-kun. It's a promise. Thanks, Satsuki-chan, Naruto said to her with a smile on his face. Soon Satsuki had glint in her eyes and did something unsuspected. She wrapped her arms around Naruto's neck and kissed him in the lips. Naruto was completely taken back at Satsuki's action and was completely stunned. Everyone else was taken by surprise at Satsuki's action. The kiss lasted a minute before Satsuki removes her lips from Naruto's mouth, leaving a trail of saliva as they were separated. Satsuki looks at Naruto and saw the stunned look on his face and leaned forward to his ear and whisper. I will make you mine again, Naruto-kun. That's a promise, Satsuki said to him before walking away and swaying her hips a little bit. Naruto couldn't help but stare at them. One thing came to his mind. Damn. Naruto couldn't help but continue to stare at Satsuki more. Damn his teenage hormones. Back at Naruto friends. Jaden was the first one to snap out from his thoughts. What just happened? Jaden asked, confused on what he saw. That your brother just kissed by a hot chick, Saira said as he started to cry in anime tears for Naruto luck. That was awkward, Chumley said, who was confused like Jaden. I envy you, Naruto Yuki, Bastion, as he also started to cry in anime tears. Soon many of the males followed Bastion as they all also started to cry in anime tears and cursing for Naruto luck. Zayn just shook his head for many of the males' stupidity before he decided to leave. Natsumi looks at Alexis and saw the dark look on her face. Alexis, what's wrong with you? Natsumi thought as she was worried for friends before making a mental note to ask her about it. For Alexis, for some reason, she started to feel some envy towards Satsuki and wants nothing more than slap the bitch in the face for kissing Naruto. Alexis realized on what she was thinking. She shook her head and thought, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling like this? She was truly confused towards her feeling towards Naruto. Was she jealous or something? How the fuck did you manage to get my number? Naruto growled through the phone. He never thought that he would ever hear his biological father's voice again. I have a friend within the Kaiba Corporation. I'm surprised that you are working with Kaiba Sito, Minato said through the phone. Your mother and I are very proud that you dash. Cut the crap, and why did you call before I shut you off? Naruto growled as he cuts Minato off. Soon silence fell to the atmosphere. Naruto was tempted to end the call but stopped when Minato finally spoke. Do you really have the signer cards, Naruto? Naruto's eyes widened in shock. How did you, Natsumi, that bitch? Naruto growled through the phone. He silently cursed in his mind that his former sister would do that. Yes, Natsumi told us about your duel against the obelisk duelists, and used the signer cards, Minato said to him. Naruto's eyes narrowed at this. So what? Do you want me to give the cards to Natsumi like when I was a kid that you and Kushina would force me to give up some of my cards, especially my best card, Kyubi? Naruto said with angry tone. Sun-eye dash. Minato was cut off when Naruto ended the call and shut off his phone. He put the phone away and stared at the ceiling. Soon memories started to come back to Naruto about his childhood and about his favorite card when he was a kid. Flashback. Now I use Kyubi, the nine-tailed fox monster, and deal 2,000 damage to you, a kid Naruto said to a kid Natsumi. The twins were dueling and using the table as their platform field. On Naruto's side that there was a monster on his monster field and a face-down card on the spell/trap zone, while Natsumi's side was only 2 face-down cards on the spell/trap zone. Natsumi's eyes widened in shock. That means dash. I win, Naruto said with grin on his face. Natsumi pouted at him before glaring at him. No fair. You have that kind of monster. I want it, Natsumi said to him. Naruto's eyes widened in shock and quickly grabbed his cards and deck and put them away into a deck holster. No, Kyubi is my card. You can't have him, Naruto said to her. Natsumi glares at him before she suddenly started crying. What's going on? A beautiful red-haired woman enters the room. She was Kushina Uzumaki, the mother of Naruto and Natsumi and the husband of Minato Namikaze. *sniff mommy. Naruto is being mean to me, *sniff*, Natsumi said while crying. Kushina glares at her son. Naruto! How could you treat your sister like that? Kushina scolded Naruto. The blonde kid eyes widened in shock while Natsumi mentally was grinning at the sight of her twin being scolded. But dash! I don't want to hear it. Since you're acting like a brat, your punishment is to give your card to Natsumi, Kushina said to her son. Naruto's eyes widened in horror while Natsumi was mentally cheering at this. No! Naruto was about to make a run for it, but Kushina easily managed to snatch the deck holster. She gave it to Natsumi, who finally stopped crying. Thank you, mommy, Natsumi said as she finally stops her crying. Kushina smiled at her daughter before she gave her son a glare that said behave or else before leaving the room. Natsumi! Give me back my cards! Naruto said as he was being pinned down to the ground by Natsumi's friends, who were 3 girls. They were in a bridge where there's a river below it. Who said it was yours? They are mine now, especially this. Natsumi pulls out the monster card Kyubi, the 9-tailed fox monster from the deck, and show it to Naruto. Naruto's eyes widen in shock and tries to move his body again but was restrained by Natsumi's friends, who chuckling as they saw Naruto struggling under them. He's not yours! Give him back! Naruto shouted at Natsumi. Natsumi just smirked at him. You want him? Then go get him, Natsumi said as she throws the card towards to the water below the lake. No! Naruto shouted as he watches the card fly away. Naruto managed to break away from the girl's grip and immediately run towards the card. He tries to reach it, but the card was flying away from him before it started to fall towards river below the bridge. Naruto could only watch with wide eyes as he watches his favorite card flow away with the stream of water. Natsumi and the rest of her gang laugh at Naruto's misery. Come on, guys. Let's leave the loser, Natsumi said as she throws Naruto's deck holster to the ground before leaving the bridge with her friends. Naruto continues to watch to where his favorite card flow away from him, never to be returned. Tears started flowing down his face as he felt completely broken that he lost his favorite, but most of all, a spiritual friend. Flashback ended. Kyubi. Naruto's eyes softened as he saw an image of an orange fox with 9 tails smirking at him. Kyubi, the 9-tailed fox, was his strongest card when he was kid. But his parents were the reason why his cards were given to Natsumi, and the fact that his own twin thrown away his first and favorite card, forever lost in sea and never to found again. Naruto's eyes started to feel heavy again, and soon he falls asleep. He never noticed that a certain orange fox spirit was watching him from the heavens and was looking with a sad look. Next day. Naruto was grumpy mood today since he couldn't forget about his conversation with Minato. He never thought that he would ever hear from him again. He was also pissed at Natsumi for telling them about him wielding designer cards. If they ever try to get my cards, I'm gonna burn them, Naruto thought as he could already using one of his dragons and burning and torturing his former parents to oblivion. He was so deep in his thoughts that he never noticed that he bumped into someone until he made contact, snapping out from his thoughts. "Oh, sorry," Naruto said to the person he bumped into. "It's fine," the guy said. Naruto looks to the person he bumps into, and his eyes widen in surprise. "You're Zayn Trusdale, Cyrus' brother," Naruto said to him. Zayn just nodded at him. "And you're Naruto Yuki, your infamous synchro duelist," Zayn told him. Naruto raised a brow at this. "Infamous synchro duelist?" the blonde asked. Zayn just shrugged his shoulders. "The people in the obelisk calls you that," Zayn said. Naruto just rolled his eyes. "Stupid elite snubs," Naruto muttered his breath. "Well, I'd better get going, goodbye," Zayn said before he started walking away. Naruto watches Zayn walks away. So, that's Zayn. He also known to be friends with Attacus and fact that he is the best duelist here in the academy. From his profile he is known as Lone Wolf and fact that his deck is Cyber Dragon kind. Nothing that my deck can handle, Naruto thought as he remembers the information about Zayn. Naruto shook his head and decided to walk away as he was heading towards the racing track of the school, which was secret to everyone except for Jaden, Cyrus, Chumlee, Shepard, and Bastion. "Nice to see you, Naruto," Bastion said. Naruto enters the room and saw that Bastion was checking the D-energy source through the computer. "How's the energy reactor? Is there any problem with it?" Naruto asked as he approaches Bastion. "Well, the reactor is going smoothly, but the problem is how to keep the energy power stable if you're going to use powerful monsters. The energy reactor would explode if too much dueling power is being drawn during the battle," Bastion said as he looks at the data with narrowed eyes and was critically thinking some ways to make energy stable. "Do you think there's a chance that we can make the energy stable by creating a powerful firewall around the system energy barrier?" Naruto said. Bastion thinks about for a minute before a smile appeared. "Possible, but it will take time. Since this will be a powerful software that keep the D-energy reactor in check and making sure that it won't overload." "Right, besides, we are only powering an island, not an entire city. I'm sure that we can create it," Naruto said with a smile on his face. Bastion cracks his fingers and put on a determined look. "Alright, let's start creating that program." With Jaden and the others. "Hey Cyrus, something wrong with you, buddy?" Jaden asked with concerned look on his face. They were in cafeteria of the Slifer dorm and were eating lunch. "Nothing much, Jaden. I just had a nightmare, that's all," Cyrus said. Jaden and Chumlee look at each other before looking back at Cyrus. "Do you want to talk about it?" Jaden asked. Cyrus was quiet for a few seconds while Chumlee and Jaden waited for his answer. "Okay," Cyrus said. He really need to talk someone about it since it's bothering him. "I dreamed last night that my brother Zayn told me that I wasn't cut out to be a duelist." "Zayn? Where did heard that name before?" Jaden asked as he tries to remember about that name. "Zayn is the top duelist of this school. He's a third year and in the Obelisk Blue dorm. He is known as Kaiser. He's undefeated," Chumlee informed him. He looks at Cyrus with sympathy and said, "I don't blame you since your brother has big reputation. Come on. I'm sure that it's not that bad. Why don't we have a duel, you and me, Cy?" Jaden said with a grin on his face. Cyrus has a nervous look on his face. "I don't know, Jhy." Cyrus was cut off when suddenly Jaden stands up and practically dragging him out with Chumlee following them while eating a grilled cheese sandwich. With Naruto and Bastion. Naruto and Bastion were working on the software when suddenly Naruto felt a powerful strange presence. "What's that? A dual spirit? I think need to check it out," Naruto thought with his eyes narrowed. "Hey Bastion," Naruto called. Bastion stops working on his laptop and looks at Naruto. I need to do something. Do you think you can continue creating software for a while? Naruto said to Bastion. Bastion nodded with a smile on his face. Sure, I keep update about the project. I'm sure that you have something very important to do, Bastion said. He already knew that Naruto was working under Kaiba, and he knew that Kaiba relies on Naruto for information that is happening around the island. Naruto smiled and thanked him before he left the room and headed to the secret path to where his D-wheel is. Naruto arrived at his private room and quickly ride on the D-wheel, put his helmet on and activated the D-wheel. Speed mode activated, the D-wheel said. Soon the path opened and Naruto started rev the engine. Soon the D-wheel was running at stop speed. Jane, lead me to where the strange presence came from, Naruto said as the said spirit appeared beside him. Hi Naruto-sama, Jane said as she went ahead with Naruto just behind her. Soon Jane leads to where the presence came from, which was in the abandoned dorm. Naruto deactivated his D-wheel and removed his helmet and put on his dual disc. I feel the presence here but I can't find the source, Naruto thought with narrowed eyes. He started to look around the area until he saw the outline of someone. Who's that? Naruto asked before he ran inside the room. Soon he started following figure around the mansion, and soon found himself in the basement where he found Jaden and others. Hello Attacus, an elderly voice said from behind Naruto. Naruto turned around to see an image of male with long brown hair that was similar to Alexis. Naruto could already tell that this was Attacus, but he doesn't know shadow figure before Attacus. Who's that? Is this part of a memory of what happened in the dorm? Naruto asked himself. He quickly cut his thoughts off before he looks back at the scene. I'd like you to have this, the man said before he forced a mask onto Attacus's face. Attacus let out a loud scream as the shadows surrounded and entered him. Welcome to the Shadow Riders, Night Shroud, the man said before he and Attacus disappeared. Naruto's eyes widened at this, and one thing came to his mind. Attacus is part of Shadow Riders? Does this mean that all the other students? Or are they used sacrifice to bring back the other duelists that came from the shadows? Many thoughts were running into Naruto's head as he tries to think all the possible scenarios that happened to the other missing students. But one thing for sure is that he finally had a clue about the missing students and what are happening to them. This is bad. How am I going to tell this Alexis and everyone? Naruto said. How could tell that some of students turned into Shadow Riders or been used as sacrifice to bring back the dead duelists from the past? You won't, a voice said before a shadow appeared in front of Jaden. I only showed you those events so that you'll have some closure before I devour you. The shadow crackled evilly before turning into a duel monster. Naruto recognized the duel monster as the Judge Man. Who the hell are you? Naruto glares at monster spirit before him. The Judge Man just let out evil chuckle before looking at Naruto with sick grin on his face. I'm the spirit that's going to devour you. Hee hee ha ha ha, the Judge Man said with crazy grin on his face. We'll see about that, you crazy head, Naruto said as he activated his dual disc. The Judge Man suddenly has 5 cards surrounding him. Duel. Naruto 4000. Judge Man 4000. I'll go first. Draw, Naruto said as he draw his card. He looks at his hand a few seconds before he made his move. First I call Shield Wing, 0/900, in defense position, Naruto said as the monster appeared on the field. Next I place 2 cards face down and end my turn. I draw, the Judge Man said as another card appeared before him and line up with the others. First I call Commander Knight, 1200/1900, in attack position. A warrior in red appeared on the field. With her in the field, all warriors on my side of the field will have a boost of 400 ATK points, as long this monster is in the field. ATK 1200 to 1600. Next I equip it with the spell card Fairy Meteor Crush. This card allows the equipped monster attacks a monster in defense mode, then the difference between its attack points and your monster's defense points are subtracted from your life points. Soon Commander Knight had purple aura surround her. Naruto's eyes widened at this and prepared himself. Now I attack your monster with Commander Knight, the Judge Man said. Commander Knight charges towards Shield Wing. Trap card activated. Iron Scrap Scarecrow. This trap card allows me negate one of your attacks once per turn and it returns back to its original position, Naruto said as the trap card revealed itself. Commander Knight suddenly stopped charging at Shield Wing before returning back to Judge Man's side. You got lucky, punk! The Judge Man growled at Naruto. I activated the spell card Swords of Revealing Light. Soon Naruto's field was showered with green light swords. With this, you can't attack for me until the end of your 3-turn. Then I place one card face down and I end my turn, the Judge Man said with a smirk on his face. Naruto glares at Judge Man, click his tongue in annoyance. Draw. Naruto draw his card from his deck and looks at it. I play the magic card Pot of Greed. This allows me to draw 2 cards from my deck. Naruto draws 2 cards and place it in his hands. Next I play the spell card Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy your Swords of Revealing Lights. Soon the light green swords disappeared in Naruto's field. Naruto noticed that Judge Man was shocked or surprised at this. Next I summoned Junk Synchron, 1300/500, in attack position, Naruto said as the said monster appeared on the field. Now I tune my level 2 Shield Wing with my level 3 Junk Synchron. The 2 monsters jumps in the air, and soon Junk Synchron changed into 3 green rings while Shield Wing went through it. Soon a pillar of green light appeared behind Naruto. Now I synchro summon Junk Warrior, 2300/1300, Naruto said as purple robot with white scarf around it appeared on the field. So, this is the synchron summon that I have been hearing about so much, the Judge Man said with a smirk on his face. Now I attack your Commander Knight with my Junk Warrior, Naruto said as Junk Warrior charges towards the Commander Knight with its fist ready. Trap activated. Mirror Force, the Judge Man said as the card revealed itself. Junk Warrior attack was stopped by an unknown barrier, and soon several beams started hailing down on Junk Warrior, which caused it to be destroyed. Naruto let out an irritated growl. I end my turn, Naruto said as he glares at duel monster before him. My turn, I draw. The Judge Man looks at his hand, a smirk appeared on his face. Hey kid! I think I have something that you really like. Naruto's eyes narrowed at this. What is he talking about? Naruto thought. He was thinking that the Judge Man was talking nonsense. I sacrifice my Commander Knight to bring out your favorite card, kid. If I was right, then this card is very precious to you, the Judge Man said as he let out a chuckle at this. Naruto's eyes widen in shock in hearing this. No, he can't mean he cut his thoughts off as he saw Commander Knight changed into particles of light, and soon a tower of flame happened in his field. Soon when the flames disappeared, a strong gust of wind away that forced Naruto covered his eyes with his arm. When the wind finally stops, Naruto removed his arm from his eyes and his expression turned from shock to horror in what he saw. Kyuubi? Naruto shouted in horror. Right before him was none other but his childhood card and his closest spirit friend. Kyuubi, the 9-tailed fox monster /LV6/fire/beast effect, 2000/1800. Once per turn during your main phase, you can deal 500 points to your opponent's life points by discarding one from your hand. During your battle phase, no trap cards of your opponent can be activated. The orange 9-tailed fox was standing before him. But Naruto noticed that Kyuubi's eyes were different. His eyes were glowing red. Naruto gave the Judge Man a hateful glare. What did you do to him? How did you manage to find him? Naruto roared at duel monster opponent. The Judge Man let out a cruel laugh. You'd be surprised that this card came out from the oceans. I managed to pick this card up. I have to say that this guy is one tough bastard. But I finally managed to make him submit to my will. You tortured him, Naruto said angrily. The Judge Man let out an evil laugh. That's right. I will tell you that this guy was an enjoyable experience in breaking his spirit down into a mindless slave. I was able to remove the good side of this bastard and left him nothing but hatred. Now all you see the dark side of your so-called friend. Now let's get to the duel, shall we? The Judge Man said with sick grin on his face. Naruto just let out a growl before looking back at Kyuubi. His eyes softened when it landed on his best friend. Now I activate Kyuubi's special effect. Once a turn during my main phase, I discard one card from my hand into the graveyard and then I'm allowed to damage your life points with 500 worth of damage, the judge man said as he discarded a card. The Kyuubi let out a roar that released a powerful shockwave. Naruto, 3,500. Judge man, 4,000. Now I attack you directly. And you know the Kyuubi, the nine-tailed fox monster other effect. You can't use any of your trap card during battle phase, the judge man said with grin on his face. The Kyuubi let out a roar before charging to Naruto with full speed ahead. The Kyuubi stops in front of Naruto and swung its claws towards Naruto, sending him crashing to the wall. Naruto spat some blood as his body made impact with the wall. Naruto looks up and saw that Kyuubi was glaring at him, while the judge man had smirk on his face. Naruto, 1,500. Judge man, 4,000. What's wrong? Too tired now? Come on. I know you could do better than that, punk. The judge man said smugly that Naruto wanted to rip the judge man into pieces. Naruto slowly started to get up and walk towards back to his spot. I place a face down and end my turn, the judge man said as the face down card appeared on the field. Naruto glares at judge man before turning to Kyuubi, who was staring at him with full of hatred and was growling menacingly at him. Kyuubi, what happened to you? Naruto thought sadly. He doesn't know what happened to his best friend. Kuri Naruto turns to his shoulder and saw Crystal Kuriboh. Crystal? What the heck are you doing? Naruto asked. Crystal Kuriboh glares at him. Kuri, Crystal Kuriboh said. Naruto looks at him confused. What are you talking about? That's my friend, Naruto said. Crystal Kuriboh continues to glare at him before pointing at Kyuubi. Naruto looks back at Kyuubi and looks at him closely. Then a few seconds later, Naruto finally eyes widen in realization in what Crystal was saying. You're right, Kuriboh. I need to release him from his torment. This isn't Kyuubi. This is just a monster with pure hatred. Thanks for making me realize that, Naruto said to Crystal Kuriboh. Crystal Kuriboh nodded in agreement, happy with Naruto's answer before he disappeared. My turn, draw, Naruto said as he draw his card. He looks at his card. I activate the spell card Graceful Charity to draw 3 new cards and send 2 into the graveyard. Naruto draws 3 cards from his deck and takes a look at them before he sends 2 cards into the graveyard. Soon a smile appeared on his face. Looks back at Kyuubi and smiled at him. I promise that you'll be free, Kyuubi, Naruto thought. His face turned into determination and looks back at the judge man. I'm ending this little games of yours right here and right now. Now I special summon Regine Warrior 0/0 to the field. When this card is sent from my hand to the graveyard, I can special summon it to the field, Naruto said. Soon Regine Warrior appeared on the field. Next I special summon this monster, Scouting Warrior 1000/1000, Naruto said as the said warrior appeared on field. I can special summon him thanks to his effect. When this card is added from my deck to my hand by a card effect, I can special summon it to the field. Now I use the spell card Creature Swap, Naruto said as the card appeared on the field. What? The judge man stepped back in shock in hearing this. With this spell card, we are going to switch one of our monsters and I choose Regine Warrior as my trade. Soon a smirk appeared on Naruto's face. Since you have no other monster beside Kyuubi, then you have no choice but to trade him, Naruto ended. Soon Regine Warrior and Kyuubi switched sides. Kyuubi was now at Naruto's side while Regine Warrior was with the judge man's side. Naruto looks at Kyuubi and saw that it was glaring at the judge man with full of hatred. He looks back at the judge man and glare at him. You tortured his soul and turned him to a mindless monster. I'm going to make sure that you're going to pay. Now I summon my tuner monster Hypersynchron 1600/800 to the field. Now a small purple machine with smoke coming out from the back appeared on the field. Now I'm tuning my level 4 Hypersynchron with my level 4 Scout Warrior, Naruto said. The 2 monster jumps into the air. Hypersynchron changed into four green rings and surrounded Scout Warrior. In an inferno of power and might, a blazing new beast is now forged. Naruto chanted, and soon a pillar of light appeared behind him. Synchro Summon! Red Dragon Archfiend, 3000/2000. Naruto roared as the pillar disappeared, and soon a giant vicious dragon with red and black skin with the demonic features appeared behind him. The dragon let out a mighty roar that created a powerful shockwaves and created several cracks on the ground. The judged man had scared shitless right now since the two monsters before him were glaring at him full hatred and anger. Battle! Now since it's my battle phase. No trap card of yours can be activated thanks to QB effect, Naruto said with smirk on his face. QB let out a roar that created another powerful shockwave. Shit! The judged man cursed. He realizes that he doesn't have any defenses. I'm sorry about this, Regine Warrior, Naruto said to the monster. Regine Warrior just nodded at him, understanding that made Naruto smile before he glares back at his opponent. Now QB attack Regine Warrior. QB leaps into air and landed onto Regine Warrior, effectively crushing him. Naruto 1500. The judged man, 2000. Now finish this battle, Red Dragon Archfiend, with absolute force, Naruto commanded. The dragon let out a roar before it dives down towards the judged man with its claws set on fire. Soon an explosion happened when impact was made and a huge smoke was created. Naruto 1500. The judged man 0. It's over, Naruto said. Soon Red Dragon Archfiend and QB disappeared. Naruto waited for the smoke disappeared. When the smoke was gone, he saw that the judged man was gone. Naruto knew that he made the judged man disappear thanks to the shadow duel that just happened. He couldn't even feel a single trace of the judged man's spirit left. But something caught with Naruto's eyes to where the judged man was standing a while ago. 2 cards. Naruto quickly runs towards the card. He picks it up, and his eyes widen in shock in what he saw. The first one was the spell card Swing of Memories, which was also Attacus' signature card that Naruto researched about. And the other was QB, the 9-tailed fox monster. QB, Naruto whispered softly as tears were coming down his face. QB card suddenly glowed bright, and soon he saw that picture of QB was slowly disappearing. Naruto's eyes widened in shock and horror in seeing this. Naruto, thank you for setting me free. Naruto heard the voice. He recognized that voice really well. QB? Naruto whispered as he started to look around to try to find his friend, but he couldn't find him. Keep the card, Naruto. We will see each other again soon, the QB said to him. And soon the spirit of QB suddenly appeared before him. Naruto's eyes widened in shock in seeing his friend's spiritual form again. The QB just gave him a smirk before he vanished in particles of light. Keep moving forward, Kit. I will be watching you. QB. Naruto looks to where the QB disappeared, and soon small smile appeared on Naruto's face. Yeah, see you soon, buddy, Naruto said with a soft tone. He felt happy that he finally found his friend again, and managed to save him from becoming mindless slave of the judged man. For him it was enough to see his best friend again, and he knew that he and QB will see each other again. With that cleared up, Naruto wiped the tears of his eyes before he put the blank card away from his pocket, and heads back to his D-wheels to report to Chancellor and what he learned. Time skip. This is very troubling news, Naruto, Shepard with a grim tone. Naruto just let out a sigh and leaned back on his chair. It was nighttime, and Naruto reported everything that happened in the abandoned dorm, and what he discovered, except he left the part about his best friend, since that memory is reserved only to him, and will be his own little secret. Yeah, so what do we do now? The Shadow Riders are gaining some numbers, and they are using the students to either fight for them, or use them as sacrifices to bring back some duelists that they wanted, Naruto said as he massaged his temples. He could a major headache coming, and he was sure that it would pain in the ass in the future. All we could do now is hope for the best. Thank you for telling me this. Now we know some of the people who are we facing with, Shepard said. Naruto nodded his head and smiled at Chancellor. No problem. It's my job to report anything that's happening around the school. Naruto said to him. Are you going to tell this to Alexis or Zayn? Shepard asked. Naruto put on thinking look. Should really tell Alexis and Zayn about Attacus? After thinking for a few seconds, Naruto nods his head. Yeah, from what I see you're going to pick Zayn as a guardian of the key after all. I need to inform him in what he will be facing, Naruto said with serious tone. Shepard had small frown on his face but nodded his head since he knew that Naruto was right. Alright. I know I can trust you, Naruto. Naruto nodded his head in appreciation. He was glad the shepherd really trusted him. By the way, Naruto, how is your little project going along? Shepard asked. He was curious about the riding duel project development. Naruto smiled at him. It's going alright. I already called Kaiba and sent him the blueprints in building a duel. He said that he will be checking next month or so. I asked him to build some more duel to have full test run. The only problem now is the energy reactor. What's the problem with it? Well, the problem with is making the energy stable. Summoning powerful cards like level 8 monster could cause the energy reactor to overload that would cause major backlash. But Bastion and I already on the stage in creating a powerful software system that would keep the energy in check to make sure that it won't go overload. Naruto explained. Shepard nodded his head and smiled at him. Well, I hope that project will be a complete success and I will let you know if the shipment finally arrived, Shepard said. Naruto nodded his head. Thanks, well I'd better get going. It's already night time, Naruto said as he stands up from his seat and started walking towards the exit. Shepard smiled and nodded at him. Yes, you can go now. Have a good night, Naruto, Shepard said. Naruto just gave a lazy wave before he left the room. When Naruto was finally out of the room, he opens his PDA and started calling Bastion. After waiting for a few minutes, the call was finally answered. Yes? Naruto heard Bastion. Hey, Bastion, it's me, Naruto. So what's the status of our software? Naruto asked. Not much development yet. Since we just started, but so far I was able to create the most basic codes of the software. If everything went well and smoothly, I would say that this software would be done around 3 to 4 weeks, Bastion said to him. Naruto smiled in hearing that. Great. Let's just hope that during this time nothing crazy will happen, Naruto said. You do know that your brother is a magnet of trouble, right? Bastion said to him. Naruto winced a little since it was true. Nah, I'm sure that Jaden would keep himself out of trouble, I think, Naruto said, but he knew at the back of his mind that Jaden would involve in huge trouble sooner or later. Well, yes. We'll talk tomorrow about the project. Okay, Naruto, Bastion said. Sure, you see tomorrow, Naruto said before he cuts off the call. Naruto soon makes his way back towards his dorm. He just hoped that Jaden doesn't get in trouble, or something crazy going to happen in the academy. Next day. Wait, you mean to tell me that you fought Zayn and lost? Naruto asked as he rubbed his temples again, feeling a major headache coming up. He, Jaden, Cyrus and Chumley were heading to the academy building for class. Yeah, but I don't feel bad about, but in fact I was excited to have another chance to duel him again if that ever happens. Besides, I had fun dueling him, Jaden said with a grin on his face. But why did you challenge him? Naruto asked with raised brow. He was curious why Jaden challenged Zayn. Well, Cyrus has some issues with being in his brother's shadow and all. Jaden wanted to show that all need was to believe in himself and doesn't need to be afraid to use his cards, Chumley explained. Naruto was surprised at this and turned to Small Guy. What's your problem with your cards, Cyrus? Naruto asked. Cyrus scratched the back of his head and had a nervous look on his face. Well, there are times that I have been very reckless in dueling and didn't play my card well. So, my brother forbidden me from using the spell card power bond until I learn how to play them right, Cyrus said. Naruto nodded his head. He understand what Zayn was trying to say to Cyrus. He just need to more cautious on what card he will play in the field, and he needs to have confidence himself. Well, I'm glad you learned something from that experience, Cyrus. I just hope you will take it from the heart. You have what it takes to be the best, but you just needed to learn which card to play and have timing in which card you play," Naruto said. Cyrus smiled at him and nodded before the four of them continued heading to class. Soon the four Slifers finally arrived at the classroom and took their usual spot. Everyone chilling around and was waiting for class to start when suddenly Naruto felt two arms surrounded his neck. "Hey, what the dash?" "Morning, Naruto," the voice said. Naruto turns his head and his eyes widen in surprise. He saw Satsuki Kaiba behind him. She clung her arms around his neck. "Satsuki, what the hell?" Naruto said in shock by his ex's sudden appearance. "Let go of me." "Ah, but we used to do this all the time," Satsuki said as she leaned forward and her bust made contact at back of Naruto's head. Naruto blushed by the sudden contact, then suddenly felt some killing intent in the room. He turned his head a little and saw that many of Satsuki fanboys were glaring at him with pure envy and jealousy. Naruto mentally sighs at this. Satsuki leans down to Naruto's ear and whispered, "Hey Naruto. Daddy told me that your request of those duels would arrive in a week or so. I also managed to convince him to give more fun to your project." Naruto's eyes widen in shock. "Really? Wow, thanks Satsuki-chan," Naruto said with thankful smile on his face. "No problem. After all, I'm a woman of my word," Satsuki said as she gave a sweet smile at him. Naruto just gave her awkward smile since he feels very uncomfortable at this. "Hey Naruto!" Bastion called. Naruto turns around and saw Bastion walking towards him. "Hey Bastion! Is there a problem?" Naruto asked. Bastion shook his head. "Nothing much, I just going to ask what happened yesterday. After you left. Was there something wrong?" Bastion asked. "Nothing much, except that I felt some disturbances around the school. I just found out that some dual spirits has been wandering around the island. But what I saw yesterday, it wasn't that bad," Naruto said with shrug. "What dual monster you saw yesterday?" Cyrus asked. Naruto thought for a minute and small smile appeared on Naruto's face. Satsuki knew that look, that smile, and knew that Naruto was up to something. "Nothing much. I just saw Dark Magician Girl," Naruto said. Naruto knew about Cyrus' crush on Dark Magician Girl because the little guy talked in his sleep. Soon silence fell on the group as the guys were looking at him with wide eyes while Satsuki shook her head since she knew that Naruto was lying. "What? You saw Dark Magician Girl?" Cyrus said as he was first one to snap out from his shock. Soon the guys were demanding an explanation about it. "Yeah, we had small talk and that's it. Nothing much," Naruto said. Cyrus was about to ask something when suddenly the professor enters the room, causing everyone to return back to their seat. Lunchtime. Class was over and Naruto gets up from his seat. "Hey Naruto, you want to grab some sandwiches? I'm sure that one of yous will get the golden eggwich," Jaden said happily. Jaden loves to eat the golden eggwich because it was said it was the most delicious food in the academy and many students wants it. Naruto shook his head and said, "Sorry Jaden, but I need to do something first. I'll catch up with you and the rest of the guys later." Jaden nodded before he went ahead and left the room. Naruto just let out a sigh before he decided to leave the room also as he started for his search for Zayn. Naruto left the room and looks to his right and was surprised on who he saw. Zayn and Alexis, perfect timing. "Zayn, Alexis," Naruto called as he approaches them. The two obelisks saw Naruto approaching them. "Naruto, what's up?" Alexis said. Naruto's expression turned serious. "I have some information about what happened to Attacus," Naruto said with serious tone. The obelisk student eyes widen in shock in hearing this. "What is it? What do you know what happened to my brother?" Alexis asked. She wanted to know information about her brother's disappearance, now. "Not here. Meet me at the academy rooftop so nobody can eavesdrop about our conversation. It involves in the abandoned dorm," Naruto said with a serious tone. The two wore a serious expression. "How do we know that you're not lying to us?" Zayn asked with a glare. He doesn't believe Naruto one bit unless he has solid evidence. Naruto sighs and opened his deck holster and pull out a card. He shows the back side of the card before he flips it, and show the front side, which reveals them the card. The spell card Swing of Memories. Recognized your brother's card, Alexis? Naruto asked with serious tone. Alexis and Zayn eyes widened in shock at seeing the card. Swing of Memories? How did you get that card? Alexis asked with shocked voice. She wondered how Naruto was able to get her brother cards. Naruto gives Alexis the card as she accepts it. Like I said, I know what happened to Attacus. But it's better if we talk more private. So, meet me in the rooftop after class if you want to know what happened to Attacus. Don't tell anyone, Naruto said before he turns around and started to walk away, leaving the two obelisk students alone. After class at the academy rooftop. Naruto was at the academy rooftop. He told Bastion that he was going to be a little late today since he some personal things to do. Jaden and others were heading back to their dorms while Satsuki was hanging with some of her new friends that she made. It was afternoon and Naruto continues to wait as he watches the sunset. Soon Naruto heard footsteps and it was getting closer and closer. Naruto turns around and saw Zayn and Alexis finally arrived. So you both came, Naruto said as he approaches them. So, tell us, what do you know what happened to Attacus? Zayn asked with serious look on his face. Naruto rubbed his temples since this is going to be very explaining to them. Do you believe in dual spirits and things like that? Naruto asked. The two look at him with confused expression on their faces. Like the ones that Professor Banner talks about? Alexis asked. Naruto nodded at her. Yeah, about the shadow games and dark ritual during the ancient times, Naruto said. Zayn shrugged and said, A little, but from I know they are only myths. Same here. But I believe some of those stories, Alexis said. Well, this will be easier than I thought, Naruto said as he sighs in relief before his expression turned serious. Yesterday, I felt a powerful presence in the island, but to be exact, a dual spirit. The two obelisks were surprised at this. Naruto continues his story. The dual spirit was able to witness what happened to your brother, Alexis. Alexis' eyes widened in hearing this. That dual spirit turns out to be the judge man. He's shown me that Attacus was turned into the darkness. What do you mean? Alexis asked. There's a group who called themselves the Shadow Riders. They are responsible for the disappearance of the students in this academy. They forced your brother in becoming a Shadow Riders. He goes by the name Night Shroud. Alexis gasped in hearing this while Zayn's eyes narrowed. What does this group want with the students? What's their goal? Zayn asked. Naruto sighs and looks at them seriously. I don't know, but one thing for sure, that your brother is alive and it's only the matter of time before they come at the school. From what I know, the group wants something in this island. That's all I know, Naruto said. He couldn't tell them about the Shadow Riders' goals until Shepard personally told them, and they become the guardians of the key, or at least one of them. My brother, he's alive! Alexis whispered softly. She couldn't believe. She always believed that her brother was alive, but there was some doubts in her mind that her brother was dead. But thanks to Naruto, she finally learns that her brother was really alive. Zayn looks at him with neutral face, but inside he was completely shocked at hearing this. He knew that his friend alive somewhere, and thanks to Naruto he finally able to confirm it. Alexis looks at Naruto and smiled at him. Thank you, Naruto. Thank you for telling that my brother was still alive. Now I know there's a hope in finding him. Naruto nodded at her and smiled at her. I did promise you, Alexis. And I always keep my promise. Soon Naruto's expression turned serious. But there's also another reason that I called you two here, but specifically Zayn. Naruto turns his attention to Zayn. Me? What do you mean by that? Zayn asked. There's a chance that you will face one of the Shadow Riders. So I wanted to test you, Naruto said. Test me? What for? A duel. Alexis was surprised at this while Zayn's expression turned blank. I wanted to see if the rumors are true. If you are strong enough. Strong enough to take on the Shadow Riders. I already know about your little duel against my little brother Jaden. I see, Zayn said. I'm not the same as Jaden. I may be a first year, but I already beaten many of the duelists around the world, Naruto said. Zayn raised a brow at hearing this. Zayn looks at Naruto and saw determination and spirit of Naruto. Zayn could tell that Naruto was a powerful duelist. Alright. I'll accept your challenge. Meet me at the docks tonight at 7 o'clock sharp, Zayn said as he accepted Naruto's challenge. He turns around and left the rooftop, leaving Naruto and Alexis alone. Naruto, are you sure about this? Zayn is unbeatable. He never lost a match before, Alexis said. Neither did I. The only person that have ever beaten me was Yugimoto, the king of games, Naruto said. Alexis was surprised at hearing this. You duel against Yugi? Alexis asked in shock. She never knew that Naruto dueled against the king of games himself. Yeah, I already duel Kaiba and rest of powerful duelists in the world. I never lost to any of them but Yugi, Naruto said. Alexis was completely surprised at hearing this. So Zayn is that one that needs to look out for since I'm not gonna hold back, Naruto said before he started walking away. Alexis watches as Naruto leaves the rooftop. If Naruto was saying was true, then Zayn would have quite the challenge against Naruto. Chapter end. Tired of watching censored fanfics? Would you like to watch some very naughty, filled with the lemons fanfics without any censorship? I'm happy to announce that I opened Patreon page for you guys, where you could watch Naruto/Deku, 18+ stories without any censoring. Not only that, you can also see the NSFW images of characters of the fics on my Patreon, which I make by myself. So buy your preferred tier and join our community now. Link is in the description.